Hi friends, Mindy here. I have a bit of a process video to share with you today. I was working in this digital devotional from Bythewell4God, and it's called Perfect Peace, and I had started working on it and I wanted to come back and do some more, and I thought I'd just turn on the camera and record what I was doing. Here I'm just showing some of the printables that come with the kit when you buy it in the Bythewell4God shop. And you can see I already cut into them because I've already done this page here, and I just use some of the titles and to basically make a quote page that says perfect peace is the result when my mind is fixed on him because he is trustworthy. That was something I got from the devotional part that was written by Judi Allen. And so then I just went through and there was a definition of peace that was included in the kit, and so I just used some tile alphas and included the definition of fixed and trustworthy on this page, and I wanted to add some more information, and so I just decided to turn the camera on and bring you along. So here I am going to just use some distress oxide in speckled egg just to kind of put a little color around the outside. I don't want to totally cover the page, and what I'm using there is actually the backside of a sticker sheet, and I just save those. Sometimes it just makes it really easy, instead of, especially with a journal this small, instead of having to get out my big nonstick craft sheet. That way I'm just not getting ink on the pages behind it or whatever. So I'm just using this foam blender. This is one of the ones from scrapbook.com that has the dome top. It works really well. And if you start with your dauber like off the page and work onto it, you have an easier time and you don't get those big heavy splotches most of the time. Sometimes I still do it. And then here I'm just wiping it off of that sticker backer so that I can reuse it. And now I'm setting that off to the side, and I've already cut out the pieces that I want to kind of make my scene here. I used a combination of printables that I did on clear sticker paper and some that I did on cardstock, mostly because I ran out of clear sticker paper and I didn't want to wait for my order to come in the mail, so I just went ahead and did what I could with the ones that I had printed on cardstock. But I also like kind of the juxtaposition of the two on the page. It just gives it some extra dimension and stuff. So down here I'm just gluing this piece that looks like a hillside, and then I'm going to glue down the church. But before I do that, I want to tuck one of these trees behind there, and this tree is actually on the clear sticker paper, but because my background is white, it's still going to show up really well, so I'm not worried about that. So I'm just kind of trying to get the position right here, and then I will glue down my tree here, and then I'll add the church over the top and just trimming off the excess there. And I'm going to add my little church. The hillside didn't go all the way, so it kind of stops behind the back of the church, but that's okay. And then just for the very, very top, I used a Zig 2A glue pen just to get some adhesive up there. And I'm going to finish the rest of my scene. I have another tree here, and again, these are on clear sticker paper, but I'm just kind of cutting. You don't have to be super careful because obviously it's clear sticker paper, but I do kind of cut as close to the image as I can reasonably, and I'm just tucking this tree kind of behind that little hillscape, and then trim off the excess here. And then I'm kind of getting an idea. I'm going to put this bench on there as well. This little winter scene just speaks peace to me. I love the trees. I live in Georgia, and one of my favorite things about the state of Georgia is all the trees. I came from Colorado, so it's one of the things I really love. So seeing all the trees is just something that always is really peaceful to me. So having this little bench kind of tucked between these trees, it just seems like a good time. So anyway, so I'm just going to adhere that down. It's also on clear sticker paper. And then one of the tricks when you're using clear sticker paper is if you take a bone folder and kind of gently rub over the image, it kind of gets any of those extra bubbles, especially if your paper has any kind of texture to it, and it just it kind of gets rid of that hazy look that sometimes clear sticker paper can have. It's just a way to get rid of that. So, and then I also love this tree branch, so I'm just going to glue that up here at the top, and I'm trying to decide exactly where I want that to go. And in order to glue that, because I had just fussy cut that out of cardstock, I pulled out my really old Xyron. This is like the little sticker makers that you can get that have like the 2-inch adhesive, but this is like 5 inches or something like that. And again, it's really old. I don't even know if they make it anymore. I've just had it forever. But it works great for something like this because you're basically making a sticker out of that cardstock. And one of the tricks to using that is to just make sure you go around the edges of it. That's what I was doing with that bone folder, just to get off all the extra adhesive. So I am positioning that over here in this top right corner, and it overlaps the gutter of the book. And so I'm just trimming those down and gluing them so that it looks like one continuous piece onto that second page. And it's a way to keep the whole scene cohesive across both pages. And trimming off that little bit of excess. And then here, I think, is where I decide I am going to write out the verse in Isaiah, which is the focus verse for this devotional, Isaiah 26:3. And I had forgotten that there was another element that I wanted to include, which is this little title that says perfect peace. And I didn't leave myself enough room for it. So what I did, because it was also on clear sticker paper, is I just I took it and I cut apart all of the little pieces so I could kind of get them to, I could space them a little bit closer together and get it on there where I wanted it on that left side. And so you know, cut apart your printables, do whatever you need to do with them. That's just how I did it to kind of make room. And here you can see I wrote out the verse. I used Isaiah 26:3 and 4. And then over on the right side, I wrote out the definition for the word trust. It was one of the things that stuck out to me about that verse 4. It says, "Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. Trust ye in the Lord forever, for in the Lord Jehovah is everlasting strength." And here I thought I was going to include this little cardinal, and he was so cute, but I just couldn't decide where I wanted him. I may come back and put him in, but for now I just set him to the side. So these are the final pages. I used one of the traveler's notebooks from Bythewell4God to store this devotional. Again, this devotional can be found in the digital elements from Bythewell4God. And this is, I'm just showing all of the pieces that I still have left over even after having done these 2 pages. So you get quite a lot in this little devotional. And this, I just cut down the devotional part of it and glued it at the front, and then just showing you what these pages ended up look like finished. And I may do some more study from this verse. There's really a lot in it. If you like word studies, I'm kind of a nerd, so I do. But anyway, I decided here that I wanted to create a tab for this so I would know where this particular devotional started in case other ones come out, and I can just include them all in this traveler's notebook. So I'm using the the tile alphas here, and I'm just writing peace on there. And that tab I'd cut out from one of the little washi strips from the digital items. So I'm just gluing those down, and I'm going to tuck it on this page. And that way, like I said, if I have other notes or anything that I want to include in this notebook, word studies or whatever, I'll just put a tab for the subject matter and just keep working through this notebook. And that's what the pages look like. Again, just a quick flip there. Here's some close-up shots. If you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.